What's up, guys? It is Hot Wheels Tournaments, and we are back with another Matchbox moving parts mixed review. Today, we are looking at Mix 2 from 2024, and boy, is it a doozy. We have 6 models that came in this case. 3 of them are new for 2022. Now, these cases do come in sets of 8, and usually it feels like the repeats in the cases, the cars that you get multiple of, are pretty underwhelming. It's usually the worst of the case. That's not the case here. Of this 6-car set, the 2 that you're going to get repeats of are the 2023 Audi RS6 Evant and the 1973 BMW CSL 3.0. So duplicates of 2 of the new 2024 models, which is absolutely awesome. But as you can see here, we have an awesome mix. We are now in the new packaging, which works very nicely for the background of videos and can display it. I've decided I'm a pretty big fan of it. It looks pretty good on the pegs. It keeps the cars in them. They're basically as hard as they would be to steal normally. That was a lot of people's concerns, but let's talk about the actual models themselves. Let's talk about the Chevy Tahoe first. We'll start with the 3 returning castings, and then we'll get to the 3 new models later in the review. But we start with the Chevy Tahoe debuting in red. Love that the new stuff shows the opening part on it, because now that they can't display it in the blister, they just show you on the packaging what the moving part is. But love that. Anyways, this was new for what, 2023 last year. We saw it in black. It was pretty solid. It wasn't my favorite. I thought, if I remember correctly, I was a little disappointed in how the hood was executed. I thought the hood looked a little bit awkward. It just popped up. The seam was a little bit too big on it. Let's go ahead and see the Chevy Tahoe's released for 2024. These are sometimes a struggle to squeeze out of that blister. But here we go. Let's take a look at it. We'll focus in on it there. All right. So, yeah, we get this big grille, very nicely decaled. Remember that from the first one. We get the Chevy logo, some nice headlights. You can see that seam of the hood. It doesn't pop up quite as much as I remember, so, you know, it's all right. It's a solid moving part. It does look a little bit weird with that big seam right there, but not bad. Love that we do get the, what do you call these? The side mirrors there. Love when that detail's added. Nice wheel choice. Looks like we get some solid 6 spokes. A great SUV choice here. Flip it around to the back. You see we get the rear detailing. We get the Tahoe logo. We get the taillights. I would like to see a license plate, even if it's just something generic. I think having a license plate here, especially on an SUV, would be nice. I think that'd be a nice extra detail to add. And you come around to the side, and it's basically the same. Get a nice little sunroof to view into the rear seats there, which is very, very cool. And then if you flip this open, it doesn't open super far. But you can see that there is a detailed hood in there that is fully tampered. So all in all, great tampo treatment. You get front, back, as well as the engine, which is good to see. Good wheel choice with the 6 spokes. I think red is a very nice color. A lot of times with the SUVs, I think they kind of get suckered into doing white and black and gray, and it gets pretty boring. I'm glad. This is a nice red. It's a realistic red. You can see this on the road. This is a solid release of the Tahoe. Keep moving along. We get the 2019 Ford Ranger. I believe this is what? The 3rd release, I want to say. We've seen it in blue and black. I believe it's a 2022 new model in blue, and then it was black. Might be missing a color. Maybe it was red one year. But I know for sure we've seen blue and black. Anyways, you can see on this one, the opening hood is the moving part. This one, it looks like it might almost be Zamac. You can see they're going for kind of a silver gray color here, but I'm not sure how well. Just the way it's reflecting light right now, it looks like it almost might be Zamac. Like, I don't even know if this is really painted. That would be really cool if it was Zamac. That would be really awesome if they just went Zamac, just like for the actual car. It might be. It feels like it might be a little sparkly, but this might be Zamac. I can't really, I think I don't know. I think it's painted, but it could be Zamac. If you told me this was Zamac, I would not be shocked, but I believe that's just a really sparkly shade of silver. Anyways, taking a look at the car itself, you can see headlights, Ford logo right on the front grille there. Very nicely detailed on. Come around, you get those classic truck wheels. What are these, like 10 spokes, 10-spoke off-roaders. Looks very, very good. Come around to the back, no taillights. And this is the one thing with this packaging. When you open it up, you don't know if everything's tampered or not tampered. That's surprising. I would assume with the front decal, you get the rear decal. You also don't get anything on the hood, which is unfortunate. Nothing on the engine, and then nothing on the rear. You don't ever want to see just one side decoed. Must have been a cost consideration to not do both, at least one or the other. To not get both is really unfortunate. But the nice thing about this Ranger is you get the dual opening parts. So you get the rear, that truck bed comes down seamlessly, goes back in. So easy for them to do that. Looks really, really good. And then you get the hood. And the hood on this one is pretty good. It's popping up weird on this one. I've never noticed it being a big problem with the other Rangers. So this one might just not be closing as well as some of the others do. Because you can see there's kind of a big seam right up top. Like it's like propped up. I haven't seen that problem with my other Rangers from what I remember. So might just be poorly closing on this one. That you see that sometimes. If you get the same versions of the model, sometimes the opening part opens more or closes more seamlessly on one casting than another version of it. And that's just, that's the case when you're working with things that are selling for $2.50. There's not going to be a ton of quality control, and stuff like that is going to slip through the cracks because it's just not affordable to go through and check everything like that. So a little disappointed. I wish you had engine decal or rear decal on this one. But, it's always been a solid casting, always will be. I do wonder, where did I put the packaging for that one? Yeah, it doesn't show that the rear opens on the packaging. You can see there's no arrow here, just the front. Find that kind of interesting. All right. Let's keep moving along. This was a new model last year. Came out in one of the last mixes of 2023. The Tesla Model 3 gets its second release. Just a small note. It's really not that big a deal, but it drives me nuts that on the packaging, you can see the wheels look silver, and the casting does not have silver wheels. It's gray. That makes no sense to me. I don't know why that's the case. It looks really weird when it transitions here. Really not that big a deal. Just something like really dumb that drives me nuts. Yeah, kind of strange. Kind of strange because they can do this wheel in silver. So was it originally supposed to be silver wheels and then they switched to gray? I don't know. I have no idea there. Anyways, just an interesting side note. Here's the Tesla Model 3. This one gets the opening doors, as you saw, as we pop it out of its little red cage there. Let's go ahead and take a look. What color was this? Was this white? It's probably white. I can't remember exactly what the 2023 color was. I will say this. I really, really, really like this shade of blue. It's a little bit darker, but it's very glossy. It's very clean. It's a very Tesla shade of blue, I would say. I like the 10-spoke wheels for this. I think that's an accurate representation of a Tesla wheel right there. For what Matchbox has to offer. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but that's a very good representation of what you might see on a Tesla. Very clean. You get the headlights, Tesla logo on the front. Love, love, love getting the side mirrors. Always a nice addition when I can do those. Matchbox, very, very good about adding them when they have to. Come around, you get taillights. You get the Tesla license plate. You get the, I believe that will say, what does that say? I can't quite tell. I gotta look at that. I can't see it through the camera. I have no idea what that white lettering says right next to the license plate of the Tesla. No idea. Anyways, Tesla logo, opening doors. Open those up, get a nice view of the inside of the cabin right there. You can see, let's see if we can get the angle right. You can see right in the center there where the big old Tesla screen would be. Very accurate interior. Yeah, solid. This is a solid casting. The doors close pretty well. That seam's not too bad, especially with the darker colors. The seams are a lot less noticeable, so it looks really good in this blue. I think this is a fantastic release. Obviously, you get the big moonroofs the sunroof Teslas are known for. But yeah, this is a really well done casting. This is a really pretty color. Very stock, very clean. Love this release of the Model 3. Very happy about that. All right, 3 new models. Went super into German engineering. We have BMW, we have Audi, we have Porsche, all represented. Let's go ahead and start with the 1973 BMW CSL 3.0. I believe this used to be a relatively famous older casting for Matchbox. And when I say older, I believe it was the 60s or 70s. Now, obviously, that tooling does not hold up compared to today, just because the technology and what they do to machine these castings is way more advanced than it was, 40, 50 years ago. But, they're bringing it back. This is a heritage classic Matchbox car that's getting a new life now in the modern era of Matchbox, and we get it in an absolutely stunning, just orange and black scheme. This is so simple. It's so good. Now, you can see one thing that's bothered me. You can see some black scuffs on top. It seems that these scuff up the paint a little bit more. I had this problem on a car in the last case. So I'm getting that's the one drawback of this new packaging. It looks better, but it seems to be kind of scuffing the actual models, which when you're opening them and keep them open like I do, that's really frustrating. So just something minor. Anyways, absolutely love this scheme. Beautiful black striping and orange paint. Love the 6-spoke chrome wheels on this. I think it looks really, really good. Maybe that's really chrome. They maybe look a little bit blingy. I don't know if they could have toned it down a little, but the 6 spokes are an appropriate choice for this car. You turn it around to the back. CSL on the license plate. BMW logo. Love to see that. Is it focusing in as best as it can? And then you come back around, you see the striping on the other side. Again, come to the front, and just a beautiful, beautiful grille. You get those signature BMW nostrils right there. That big old kidney bean, or not quite kidney bean style grille. You got the headlights, you got the BMW logo. And then on the top, you have your opening part, which is the hood, which is... That doesn't open much, does it? I have not seen any videos of this being opened, so I didn't know how much. It's got to open more than that, right? There's no way that's it. I don't want to force anything. Wow, is that it? That's not much for opening. So it's got a moving part. There's a fully detailed engine in there. It's all tampoed. I don't know if you can really call that an opening part. It doesn't really open that much, but okay. So yeah, it's a good casting. It's a little bit big. Like, for example, if you take the Ranger next to it, like this car takes up like almost as much space, so it feels a little bit bulky. But I think when you're including the moving part and you have to all the mechanics to get something like that to open, sometimes the moving parts cars get inflated a little bit to what they normally would be. So it's a little bit big for like 1/64th, but in terms of the actual like car itself, it's a very well done casting. It looks very good. I wish this opened more. I may have to play around with it after this video to see if it does. I just don't want to force anything and accidentally break it, But for the actual execution, very, very cool. Like I said, maybe a little bit big. Wish this opened more, and I'm really frustrated that it seems this new packaging is kind of scuffing the cars and like leaving marks on them. That's unfortunate because this is great casting, but it's not in the best condition because of that material. Anyways, keep on moving. Enough of me complaining, because that was a really nice casting. We have the 2023 Audi RS6 Evant. Hot Wheels did the 2017 RS6 Evant, and it was a fantastic casting. Absolutely beautiful. This is, they don't make wagons anymore, especially in the U.S. You never see wagons. It is almost strictly a European thing. So you see them strictly from European manufacturers like Audi. But, with SUVs and minivans and all that stuff, the wagon need is just gone. But they're absolutely awesome. This is a performance wagon. It's so cool. Obviously, Matchbox did the RS2 in the golden era in the early 2000s, and it was one of the coolest and best models they did. It was absolutely fantastic. And now we're getting a sequel to that RS2 with the RS6 in the moving parts line. Comes in, I don't know if this is, the lighting in here is a little bit weird. I don't know if you would say this is like a deep dark brown or black. I'm inclined to say it's black. Anyways, we get the 5-spoke wheels on this. Look very, very nice. You can go to the front. You see that beautiful, beautiful Audi grille. Kind of hard to see all the details. Again, I don't have the best lighting in here right now. I don't have my lighting set up from home while I'm at college. But you can see the grille kind of blends in with the black color, especially on the camera. But you get the beautiful grille, front license plate that says Audi Sport, I believe. Yes, Audi Sport with some headlights, excuse me. Love the tan interior, by the way. Love that tan interior. That looks so clean, so professional. God, that looks awesome. Come around to the rear, you see you get The RS6 logo down in the lower left corner, Audi Sport again on the license plate, the Audi logo, tail lights, and then the opening part is the trunk. And that opens up nice and wide. I did learn there is a trunk interior variation. So this appears to have like luggage and shoes back there, I believe is what those things are. So yeah, there's like a suitcase and some shoes. There's also an interior, like a trunk rear area that has nothing in it. So that is the interior variation, which again, when you're looking at in the packaging, you can't see the rear, so you never know. Not only do you have to open up the car to see, you can't see behind the actual piece. So that's interesting. You will not know what variation you're getting when you when you buy the car. Something to consider. Anyways, this is fantastic. This is the perfect profile of the car. They've got the silhouette of the RS6 Evant down pat. Such just like a beautiful combination. The simple 5-spoke wheels with the brown black color, the tan interior. It looks it looks luxurious, but it's unassuming. Like, this is a performance car, and just like the real thing, you know, not necessarily going to see a wagon and be like, damn, that thing's packing some heat, that thing's packing some horsepower. You know, it looks nice, but you wouldn't expect it. That is exactly the look and the style that this casting has nailed. This thing is beautiful. I love the rear opening hatch, especially in the dark colors. It looks absolutely seamless when you open it up. You don't even really notice it's there all that much. This is a must-have. This is amazing. It might be one-upped by this, though. I have seen pictures of this thing out of the box, and it looks crazy. This is the Porsche 356A. This is also new. Oh, the other thing. I meant to talk about this earlier. I didn't. The other great thing about the new packaging, they're putting the new model logo on it. It says new for 2024. Matchbox hasn't done that with any of their stuff until this year. And I'm glad they're doing it, because I see everything get revealed at the Matchbox gathering in July every year. But, you know, when there's, 60 new models every year, it's impossible to remember every single one and what's new and what's not new and what's come out before. And now there's a little signifier, which is nice. As you can see on this one, the opening is the rear hatch there. Here it is. God, this thing looks awesome. I cannot wait to pop this sucker open. Here we are. And you'll notice, dude. Like, you can see it on the BMW. You can see but like, look at that. That never happened with plastic blisters. It has to be from this. Like, it has to be from this packaging. I don't know why. That's really annoying, because that's really unfortunate. Look at how clean this model is. And it just comes out scuffed. I'll have to see if I can take like a wet paper towel and wipe it off, because it's ruining the look of the car. That's ridiculous. Anyways, talking about the actual model itself, I'm frustrated with that. But, what can you do? I don't know. That's annoying. Anyways, the actual car itself, beautiful, beautiful pearl white color. Chrome base. I mean, dude, just look at this. With the disc wheels, the white color, the chrome base, that thing looks incredible. Tampoed headlights, you get oh my God. Like, that thing is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The opening rear hatch, you can see this one, it kind of sits down in there. You get the rear tail lights, You get the rear tail lights, again, the Porsche embleming. Dude, that chrome base coming around, just the icing on top with the white paint color. It's so good. Oh God, this is going to be a tough opening part to open. Goodness. Oh my God, I don't even know. Do I have like a pen or something? I've got a pen cap. Let's try that. Yeah, you're not going to be able to do that with a fingernail. You're going to need to get something. But you open it up and you can see the rear engine. It is fully decoed in there. So cool. This thing is nuts. And if it weren't for scuffing because of the packaging, it would be next level. But yeah, this thing is crazy. I told you the Audi was good. This genuinely might be the best moving parts model they've ever done. Like, I'm not exaggerating that. Like, in terms of everything, execution, the white paint coat is beautiful. With the disc wheels, with the chrome VUM, its silhouette is perfect. You get, it comes together. It looks so classic. It looks so clean. You have a red interior that adds the right amount of pop to bring everything all together. You come around to the rear, and again, you can see the wheels sitting back in the wheel wells like they do on the actual 356. The opening part opens, like, actually, it's not like the BMW that doesn't seem to open. If you go in, and, well, it's a bitch to get open, but you guys saw it earlier. It opens all the way. It's got a fully decaled engine. It looks insane. It's just greatly executed. Anyways, that's all for today, guys. Takeaways, this is an insane trio. 2 fantastic new opening parts models. 1 very good. 2, 3 solid fillers. I think the Tesla Model 3 is very good. The Tahoe and the Ranger are fine. But you have an all-time great moving parts new model. You have a great moving parts new model, a good moving parts new model, 3 solid fillers. This is a great, great mix. And my other takeaway, they got to solve this scuffing problem. I don't know what's going on. That's annoying. I don't know if this can be fixed. But you saw it on 2 of the cars today. They've got scuff marks from what I assume is the packaging. That's got to be solved. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all later.